Yeah, come on. That's what I'm talking about. The Yeah, Come On show. Woo! With a little backwards audio from Thunder. Love walked in through the door. You know why I'm playing it backwards. I don't have to get into it. Figure it out. I'll play it forward if the band says it's okay. Right now, I just want to say I'm Southside Steve, and with me, my co-host, as always, Mr. Brett Barney. It is the Yeah, Come On show, coming to you live from my basement in Brett's mama's house, and he's sitting in the he's sitting in the big chair where the bills get paid. That's what I'm talking about. No, in this show, we're going to title this show WTF, because Brett and I have talked a little bit. We're in a crunch. I've got to leave early in the morning, and Brett just needs beauty sleep. Just look at him.
Oh, come on, dude.
That was me. I'm sorry.
It's the lighting. It's the lighting.
It's not your fault. We need better lighting. And, you know, that plant behind you, is it alive, dead, or fake?
So it could be any of those, to be honest. Like, I've never looked at a plant and thought alive, dead, or fake and said yes until just now.
Yeah, I just can't tell. I can't tell.
Because
when they're fake,
the pot is like a tree.
Yeah, it is odd. And when they're fake, they gather dust, and you got to dust them.
Real.
What is it?
Real.
Ah, damn. Look at your mom watering plants. Way to go. Yeah, points to Brett's mama. Tonight, it is WTF, because when two guys talk and they crack each other up and they're going, what the hell? Because, you know, the universe can be really good to you or it can be crappy. And sometimes it's just in the middle, but it's a hassle. Life is a hassle. I don't know whether people realize it or not. The best times are when you don't remember. That 1, 2, 3-year-old, when people are wiping you, feeding you, talking about how cute you are, holding you dearly, putting you down in the softest clothing in the world, and you don't pay bills. That's the good times. I know.
Life be in reverse, like Benjamin Button style? Not like you're born in a 90-year-old man, but like you just start there and you're like, all right, cool. I'm good at golf, or, you know, I'm not very active. Okay, now I'm good at golf. Now I got to work at all this bull crap job, and then you work your way back into your teenage years, and you got to bring all that knowledge with you.
That's it. You learn, you're like all the mistakes you're making as an 85, 90-year-old golfer, you learn, and by the time you're in your 40s, you're just killing it. In your 30s, you might be on the PGA Tour because of everything you've learned. And then again, all the knowledge, and you keep learning, and you know what's coming. You're like, I'm actually going to pay attention. You know, I'm actually going to do this. I think I'll get into college. You know, no, that's the problem. Freshmen in college would all be 50. So that could be fun.
But you'd have the body of an 18-year-old.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. I dig
so
it.
You see what I'm going? Like, this is a whole hypothetical that if
it's
you
totally
could
hypothetical.
Just go life in reverse, I would totally take that.
And about the time you know you're about to kick it, you're gonna die. You're getting nothing but compliments, told how cute you are, and wearing the most comfortable clothing, and you get to get breast milk. In the end, that's the last thing you do is take a sip of a breast, and you're like, I'm good. And it's not your mom, it's somebody, birthday. And you die on your birthday. What, you know what? And then your gravestone reads, yeah, boom, boom, same day. Yeah. That's not a bad way to go. I kind of like it. All right. We need to talk to God. I think one of us has to die.
Just plan up.
One of us has to die and talk to God. I don't know if praying to Jesus will work on this one, but if it will, I'll give it a shot. It won't help us, but it'll help people behind us. But I don't know, man. If you could send me in reverse, I'll take it right now. I'll take it. You know what? My son and I'll meet in the middle. Shorter. Yeah. Yeah, my hair just gets shorter. My son and I meet in the middle at 35. We're the same age. And then he's going one direction, I'm going the other. Why not? Two ships passing in the night, but we're flesh. I like it.
I think it'd be fun.
All right. I'm putting that on my list to talk to the Lord about.
Like, you're already married, then you go back into not being married later in life, but you're younger. You got that hard high school body.
Oh my God. I remember when I had a 12-pack and I didn't have to do anything. It went all the way up to my neck. I was like, I mean, I literally had a chest. My chest was 30 inches and my waist was 30 inches. I remember my tuxedo measurements. I was like, I'm straight. What the hell? But I was all rippled. I didn't have a chest, but I damn sure didn't have a stomach. I was like, I'll take it. But that's funny. But talking about what's going wrong, just started off with your car picture because everybody drives down the road and sees somebody that's having a tough day. Their car's turned around 180 or, they've wrecked or they've hit somebody and you drive by going, thank God that's not me. Well, Brett Barney is one of those guys you probably drove by.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
it was 100% me. Saturday night, went to the wife's house or wife's parents' house. I guess father-in-law, Father's Day. Got to
You have
celebrate it with somebody.
you have a father-in-law.
What's
Yes, you
up?
do.
Got to
Hello.
do that
Cheers.
in his face. And then when we were going to leave, everybody knows the storms that were rolling in Georgia Saturday night really sucked and it was raining really hard. And we were out in West Georgia. We're just driving around a bend and it's, it wasn't really that late. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, but it was, it was dark out, heavy rain. And I guess like a tree had fallen in the road. I don't guess a tree. I know a tree fell into the road. It came around
Or somebody,
yeah.
a beaver cut it down just to block the road, or some a-hole chainsawed it. I mean, who knows? Just to block the road.
And then left it out there. Actually, our thought is after seeing it that it kind of fell into the road and somebody thought to drag it out of the road, but they didn't get it completely out of the road because only a portion of it was in the road. And it was like the back end, like the roots.
Mm.
And we were,
you ran into
the stump.
Roots.
Yeah, hit the stump. Came around a turn. There's no lights out there in West Georgia. Started to miss it. Hit the front right tire. Thought I popped my tire. Pulled over to the side of the road. Got out in the pouring rain, and there's like okay. So think about it like this. And I took stupid pictures. Car on the side of the road, and then just a big ditch going down the side, like a 10-foot ditch. Dang. So it could have been really shitty. Could have gone into the ditch. Could have gotten injured. Could have had airbags deploy, whatever. Thought I just popped the tire. Called a friend. He was able to go get a jack, and he's got one of them like NASCAR ones. He slid under the car, pops the car up. We're ripping the tires off. Actually, I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching him do it because, I mean, hell, why not? I'm already soaked in mud and wet and just like whatever.
Oh, what a bitch.
And he goes,
so can you got a picture of this?
It's not a good picture. I do know. I'll show it.
Show it. Come on, man.
No, it's just a picture of me sitting in the car with a big grin on my face, and my wife sitting next to me, covering her head with her jacket because she was so embarrassed.
What about the tire? Can you show us the tire?
I can show the tire. Yeah, I don't mind that. I'll show it here.
Show me the tire.
So we came around the turn, hit the tree, found out that when we lifted up the car, it wasn't a flat tire. We had snapped the entire axle on my Jeep.
Oh, hold that. Look at that. That just sucks. Okay, we got that.
And then as you can see where it is all really messed up, that's where the wrecker picked the car up and then dropped it at the collision center.
I know. Do they take no responsibility for that? They're like, oh, the car's probably total. The wrecker does more damage to your car. I've watched those dudes, man, hook up a car and it's like, damn. All of a sudden something pops off or some fiberglass snaps. I'm like, hey, man, chill. Well,
the thing was the guy called me. And so, obviously I called my insurance company who I got through Circle 285, of course. Why not?
You did. You went to Circle 285. So you're not with, we give you a piece of the rock or hands or any of those people.
No, not one of those little lizards or any of that. I got taken
None of that.
care
Don't go with the lizard or the general. Are you kidding me? Please.
Oh man, Shaq will endorse anything. I don't know why. I just still always think that's funny. But yeah,
it is funny.
The guy calls me through the company, through my insurance agent, and he's like, hey, I'm on my way to come get your car. I was like, all right, cool. How long? I don't know, like 2-3 hours. And my friends are sitting behind me in their car just waiting. I was like, nope, they live 5 miles away. I'm going to their house. I'm not going to
go into their house.
Why would you sit there pouring rain? I will tell you this, standing outside in the piss pouring rain, soaked in mud. And I mean, like, and I was wearing my nice brand new polo I just got at the PGA Championship. Like, it was Father's Day. And I was
you were dressed nice. You had to impress your father-in-law, your new father.
Yeah. And I'll say this, about 20 cars passed and about 8 or 9 of them stopped and asked if I was okay, if we needed any help. And I was like, you know what? There are good people out there.
That's nice. Plus, you look like a guy that's not going to hurt anybody. You're wearing your polo shirt, they're like, and your jeans, and you got your boots on. I'm sure you're wearing your boots, or you weren't in flip flops, were you?
No, I was in tennis shoes actually.
All right, they're ruined. But yeah, I just think I just think you just look like a guy that you stop and check on. I think that's sweet. And then your wife, we don't have to ever say her name, but she's blonde, and she was probably. Did she get wet? Was she wearing a wet shirt?
No, she was wearing a rain jacket. When we left the house, she goes, "You're not bringing your rain jacket?" I go, I'm not going to be outside in the rain longer than 2 seconds. That's getting out of the car and walking inside.
Oof. Little did you know. But
Yeah.
honey, we could hit a tree and break our axle. You should grab a raincoat. But hey, these things happen. You know what? And that's very, very unfortunate. So what are you driving right now that they're working on your Jeep? Your Jeep's not totaled, right? They're going to fix it.
I'll know within the week. And here's the thing, with parts being the way they are and all the issues from last year, they told me it could be up to a month before I
Wow.
get a car back if they can fix it. And so I had to go rent a car, and as I've shat all over these people my entire life, I currently have to be one for another month. I am driving a brand new BMW.
Oh, look at you, the official college car for
The
blondes.
official car of 16-year-old girls, like it's your sweet 16 at my high school.
Yeah, that's because you grew up rich. Unlike me on my side of town, nobody had those cars. But that's the South Side. But no, I will tell you, you're exactly right. Johns Creek, Milton, anywhere in Alpharetta, where you went to school, other people go to school.
Roswell.
Roswell, University of Georgia, all blondes or brunettes drive the 3 Series BMW. Oh, and they drive it barefoot, which I love, with red toenail polish. But hey, that's the look. Now you're one of them. You're one of them.
I know my wife asked me today, the first day driving, and she goes, "Well, did you at least use your turn signal when changing lanes to not be like any of the other assholes that drive BMWs?" Because I truly do hate every person that drives one. And it's
Well,
nothing against you. It's just I hate you.
I just got to tell you, you just lost your BMW endorsement that could come down the road. It's gone. Dude, don't worry. I burned my bridge with Pepsi. Pepsi does not want me ever because I said no. So every once in a while, you got to take a stand. So you hate BMWs, and there it
No, it
is.
has nothing to do with the car. It just has to do everything with the type of person that would own that car.
Oh, then you could endorse it. You could say, "I
Yeah.
love the BMW car. It's a fantastic automobile. I hate all the a-holes that buy it."
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
great.
I am
That
not.
endorsement might actually work. I'd be like, you know what? I feel like being an a-hole today. I think I'll go get a Beamer.
And here's the funny thing about the car. So I came out of work and I'm showing my partner at work, like we're all in teams in my office. So the
Sure.
guy that I work with, and I'm like, he's a big car guy. And he goes, "Oh, what is it, a 3 Series?" I was like, "I don't know. It could be a 3 Series, could be a 5 Series. I know it's not a 7 Series because
It was a 3.
is it a 3?
No offense.
Because I
I,
know
I looked at it. I
it's
dated a
four
lot of
door.
girls that drove 3 Series, and I dated a couple of girls that had those convertibles, the 2-seater deals. But go ahead.
So it's 4 door, fully loaded to the point that when I was driving it out at Enterprise, I had no idea even how to cut the parking brake off. It's all like
Wow.
in the center console. I'm used to stuff all here, and it's all
Mhm.
down here. And it has no tags on the back. It has nothing in the door panel that I can see for where you look at your tires. And I went for the manual inside to just see what series it was. No manual in the car.
Well, that's not good if there's a problem, but they just figure, hey, there won't be a problem. If there is, you'll call them. It's brand new. But in your neighborhood, a lot of people drive cars without tags and they're stolen. So you better watch it.
Yeah. I
You
was
could
worried
get
about
pulled
somebody
over.
breaking into this car.
Yeah. They're
There's
like,
nothing in
no
it.
tag? This is perfect. I
Huh,
want
fits
this
in.
car.
Maybe they
I'm
think
getting
I
in.
stole it.
I love it. But I will tell you, the good news is Circle 285 took care of you insurance wise. You're just in a tough spot due to the pandemic, just like everybody else is on car parts and things like that. So, some cars maybe you're getting totaled that wouldn't get totaled. It's your situation, but you got to have fantastic insurance, man. It's got to be great. It has to be great. And they have to not drop you for being stupid. And that's another reason to go to circle285.com. Proud sponsor of the Yeah Come On show. Get a great rate. Get a company that won't drop you. Get an A company and get more insurance than you had before, just in case you hit roots.
Damn. Still
You hit
hurts.
roots. You hit
I
roots.
know. Like
And
it'd be
also,
like cool, like if I Dukes a Hazard it or something, but no, it was like like
and
legit.
also, you're young and you probably put too much money into the Doge and it's not doing well, but it might. That's where you need our other sponsor. You need oxygenfinancial.com because you might need a little bit of cash just in case you decide to upgrade from your vehicle. You might not. You might go below the Jeep. You might go Beamer and just be an a-hole. I don't know.
What if I turn into a Beamer guy? Like, what if this is the change of me as going from a boy to a man?
Yeah, dude. You could be a caterpillar inside a cocoon ready to become a BMW butterfly. I
Ugh,
was going to try to say butter
Butter
MW fly.
W.
Whatever.
I have no idea.
But you could evolve. And I get to tie into our next sponsor because you could be shattered right now for all I know inside, and you need somebody to talk to. And you're newly married and you're hating your father-in-law because it's his fault because you went to visit him that you had a car wreck. And maybe you want to talk to somebody again, and that's David Markwell. David Markwell at Ridgeline Counseling. Ridgeline Counseling is a proud sponsor. I have been in his room. I have done 17 sessions with this man, and I am better for it. And that's marriage counseling before you get married. Maybe you need it to stay together, or maybe you just need it because you need it because times are just tough. Because I, like you, am having a tough time.
What's wrong with you? Let's break this
Thank you.
down,
Took
Steven.
a little long for you to ask. I was like, is he going to ask?
You're the setup guy. Now
Thank you.
I'll
You're
come
right.
to you. Dr. Dave does not talk like this, but Dr. Brett can. He
Okay.
can make it feel okay.
He does kind of talk like he talks slow, and he's got some really cool Pink Floyd like artwork on the wall, and you're like, that's some deep stuff. But no, just tonight, I decided I'm going to drive to Alabama to see my mom because I haven't seen her, and my brother hasn't seen Parker. And at the last second, my wife bails, so Parker and Amanda are staying here. But I'm going to take Brooks. But everybody loves Brooks. But you know, we're just trying to see each other, and I'm just going to do a turn and burn 24-hour trip. So I have to leave at like 7:30 in the morning, and I'm currently on vacation. But Amanda's like, "Okay, my mom and dad are going to come stay." I said, "That's fine. You know, whatever. Have the whole world stay here. That's fine." And then when I get back, I've just got a bunch of crap to do, and you know, I've just had a lot on my mind. So I had to kind of babysit all day long while my wife ran every errand that needed to be run, like go to Target, go to Bed Bath and Beyond, return this, return that. She ordered 3 bathing suits. They're very expensive, but she found the right one. She's taking back the other 2. Picking up a camera for me because I'm going to kind of do the studio thing. I want my own camera just because the radio station's going to take some of my stuff back soon. So I got some equipment on the couch, brand new stuff. I think you're going to like it. I may even keep a couple mics. We may start doing the show in my house. Who knows? We could. But
I'm game.
but I'm sitting there just with all the stuff in my mind, and my son has a nosebleed. And I'm just like, you know, it's just like right when I've got all this stuff in my mind. He's in the tub with my little boy, Parker. And I'm just like, I'm running all this stuff. Okay, I got to do this. I got to do that. And that's enough. But then to ice the cake, my son's nose is a torrential downpour of blood into the tub. Both kids bloody, water bloody. And at that moment, I need my wife, who has run errands all day long, but I get to leave to go to Alabama. She's supposedly to have fun, but she's like, don't fall asleep because your mother's going to take him out somewhere on a nature hike and they're all going to get hurt. So you're only allowed to fall asleep if your mother is in the house with with the boy. But if they leave the house, you have to go with them wherever they go. Make that promise. I'm like, okay. All right, Mom, you're not allowed to take my kid anywhere. But I'm sitting there yelling for her. And at that moment, my next door neighbor decides to call her over to get vegetables, fresh vegetables. So she's not even there. And I'm dealing with 2 bloody kids. And I'm like, do I drain the water? Do I leave the water in? Do I pull them out? But now they got blood on them. How do you get blood off people? Soap gets blood off, but now they're both crying. So I'm draining the tub. What happens? They get chills. 2 shivering children with blood on them as I get the water down to about an inch. and then blast it back to where it's only going to be barely bloody water. And the whole time squeezing one son's nose and petting the other one who just turned 1 3 days ago, and they got blood on them. I'm like, it looked like Amityville Horror in a bathtub. I was like, God dang. And then my wife comes in. I hear the door. I'm like, Amanda. She comes up. What? I'm like, it's been a bloody mess here. She goes, there's only a few tissues. I go, no, the blood was in the water. All the blood went down the drain. All you're seeing is what I held on his nose. It was everywhere.
I have no idea why I heard you say that in a British accent in my head. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm sorry.
I know. Dude,
it's been a bloody mess.
It's been a bloody mess. It's
like
bloody
if Chris
awful.
Green said that, not you, it means something completely different.
It would. And I'm just talking regular American blood. So, yeah, that's – and I'm like, oh, that's not good. Now I'm picturing a bloody nose in my truck while we're driving to Alabama tomorrow. You know, it's a 3-hour drive. It's 4 hours coming back with the time difference. My mom wants him to stay for dinner tomorrow night. So I'm going to be pulling in at like 10:30. And my wife, I go, you'll be here to help, like unload and talk to him and help me get him into bed or fix him something to eat if he wants it. She goes, well, maybe if you get in past 10, I may be asleep. I'm like, so I've got to do it by myself? I don't know why that's hard for me. Just like, God.
Dude, I would totally be the guy that's like, get the kid out of the car, leave the crap, and let's just go to bed. We'll deal with this in the morning. We'll deal with this in the morning. It's almost like this like dark storm is following us right now, which is not good. We're heading towards the 100th episode. I mean, we need to get rid of this. It's like a
sandstorm.
Yes, like a sandstorm, like something like a water spout.
It's a brown cloud.
Yes.
So things aren't horrible. They're just not bright and sunny. It's not like a white cloud. It's like a brown cloud.
Dude, it's like back in the day when I used to lifeguard and they would call in a code brown, meaning somebody crapped in the pool. It's kind of like that right now. We have a code brown. Intense code
I know.
Brown.
It's just silly things that don't need to go wrong that do. You're going to see your father-in-law. You don't need to break your axle on the way home, hitting a damn tree and pouring down rain in Carrollton. I'm doing the right thing. I'm taking my son to see his Grammy and his Uncle Matt and his cousins and, you know, Aunt Dana. And I got all this stuff and I'm trying to pack while they're sitting in the tub nice, and Amityville Horror happens. I'm like, I didn't need that. I was good. I got enough frustration going on, packing whatever he wants to eat and getting my clothes together and his clothes together. And my wife even goes, I don't think you should take the Brooks towel. He's got a really nice towel that says Brooks, and our other son has one that says Parker, and they're some high-end towel that are either her rich aunt bought us or one of their rich friends. I don't know. And she's like, is anything going to happen to these towels if I send you with his Brooks towel? I go, what would happen? She goes, hold on. Then she brings me back some beach towel that I had from 12 years ago.
Holes in it, chlorine, just pour it up.
I'm like, no, it's my Franklin and Bash promo towel that I got when I was endorsing the show on TNT. So we will both be in Franklin and Bash towels. I'm like, you do realize that Franklin and Bash towel, because Breckenmeyer will converse with me. Mark Paul Gossler says, don't call me unless you're in LA. But you know, that towel probably means more to me than this little Brooks towel. I'm just telling you. But that's my deal. So these are
that
like,
show went off the air in 2014.
and it was a crime.
It started in 2011.
I know, it was a crime. It should still be on the air, but it's not. One of my favorite endorsement shows. Every show I endorse, by the way, blown out like within a year or two. One of them, I can't even remember their names. And I went to Arizona, LA for these things. One of them was a crime deal where the dude was like, it was like Blue Package or something stupid. But it was about a team fighting crime in Los Angeles and how they deal with everything. Another show was about, Jason Lee, I'm looking up at the TNT, Memphis Beat. I endorsed Memphis Beat. That was on for like 2 years. And the skinny kid from Road Trip was the Barney Fife deputy character. And he's a chain smoker, and I enjoyed hanging out with him. That one went away.
He's
And
had a
then,
real good comeback though this week.
oh, really?
Yeah, because the whole Hawks game, going to the Eastern Conference Finals, he's in all those memes where it's like when Herter gets back to Atlanta, it's a picture of him in Road Trip with the chick that he slept with at the fraternity house.
Yes, the big panties. Big,
Yes,
big
and then, did
panties.
you kill a cheetah? Yes. Yeah, he's been all over Atlanta memes all week.
Well, that dude, I know that dude. He's a trip. I know him from hanging out in Memphis. I'll say that. And then I had to fly back early to host Miss Nude Entertainer or whatever it was at Pink Pony 2. And it was all the best strippers from around the country. Most of them were from Vegas and other places. And I had to host that in a tuxedo. So I had to pick up my tuxedo and get there. And the guy that took me didn't have air conditioning in his car, and it was summertime. So just a crazy day where I sweated my ass off in a tuxedo to host nude chicks for 3 hours, get paid $1,000, which was pretty good. And I just flew in from Memphis, hanging out with Jason Lee and the Skinny Kid the night that day. I just left Memphis.
It's the dark
But
dust ball.
it's a dark dust ball, but those are the kind of things that happen. It's like you don't want to leave Memphis early. You're hanging out with the Skinny Kid and Jason Lee. I got a signed guitar right here from Jason Lee. It says Memphis Beat on it, and then I got to come back and get in a car with no air conditioning, a '69 Pontiac, cool car, but the guy didn't have AC, and he drove me, and I sweated, and whatever. But those are little things that happen. So great things happen, and then there's always something to brown it up. Rarely does everything go smooth. I go on vacation. My kid has to take an ambulance ride to Gulf Coast. I still haven't gotten the bill. I'm waiting on that one. Then when I think everything's okay, my older son brushes his teeth with butt paste, not toothpaste. And I have to call poison control. That kind of shit. So, this is why we do a podcast. I hope people care. I hope they're laughing. I hope I made your life feel better. But Brett and I, we just wanted to put something out this week. We do have a big guest coming. I couldn't work it out tonight, but I wanted to go ahead and put something out there. And I had no idea that you totaled your car. Maybe, possibly. I didn't know.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Because I purposely didn't tell you until now.
Damn.
I mean, where's the fun in that?
Where is the fun? You know what? And I only told you about the bloodbath in my tub because it happened an hour ago. So, some people get a ring around. I got a blood ring. A blood ring. Nah, I don't have a ring around my tub. My wife would be pissed if she thought I said that. We don't.
Yeah,
you don't get rings.
No. The maid would never allow that. The maid would never allow there to be a ring in the tub. Amanda would fire the maid like the gardening service. We'd be on maid number 3, 4, 5.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. I did it all myself up until these are the twilight years or the good years or whatever. Shit.
In my business, in my business, they call them required minimum distributions.
Yeah. I'm trying to think when I first had. I was 37 and since 37 I've had maids. Until then, it was all me, man. I did it all. I used to cut grass. I only cut grass for a year. I had a house in Kennesaw, and I cut grass for about a year. And I said, screw this. Sold my lawnmower to my brother and got a lawn service. And then I went to the city where there was no lawn service, but I had to duck bullets, and now I have a lawn service again because I'm out here.
We have a lawn service. Our yard is tiny, though. It costs literally nothing, and it's a service that drives through the neighborhood and came by, and we're like, hey, we'll do your yard too. It'll cost you nothing. They're literally done in 10 minutes. It's like
they haul
7
ass.
dudes. Boom, boom, boom. All riding everything.
Yeah.
In and out.
There might be a couple of spin out marks, but who cares? Your yard got cut. Don't worry about it. None? Wow.
Yeah. Don't even have to worry. Boom. They go right from our yard onto the neighbors and keep on going.
That's what you do. I got my neighbors. I got it first, but he got it after me. I was like, yeah, man, let's just connect it. Make it easy on this.
Yeah, make it a package
deal. Go for a lower rate. Yeah, we're doing a package deal, 3 houses in a row. Can you knock down the price? But these are first world problems. But everybody has problems. But here's the thing. I grew up dirt poor. You didn't. I have risen from the ashes of an above ground pool and a split level. So bite me. And I didn't have anybody to help me. My dad couldn't help me. So to anybody listening to the Yeah Come On show, Yeah Come On is something you say like, yeah, come on. I'm going to get it done. Get it done. You just make life happen. Doesn't matter. Most of us weren't born with silver spoons. Brett was. I wasn't.
Okay, come on.
I I had a wooden spoon.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
we had a
heard
wooden spoon too. My aunt kept it right here, and if you're in the back of the car, you're acting up, caught the wooden spoon. That's
kids
why I
don't
sat
get
in the third row, because you can't reach a wooden spoon that far unless you throw it.
no,
Then it's
but see,
fair
well,
game for everybody.
fair game. But here's the deal: we had a station wagon, and if you got in the back and thought you were safe, Dad would wait to the right moment, hit the brakes, and you would come from the back to the front in a millisecond, and then he'd get your hair, and he had you.
Wait, did you have a station wagon like we had, where the last row faced out the back window?
No, but I had
We
friends that did.
did.
I loved that. We did
It was
not.
so cool.
Ours, you were back there, and it was just like just a little area with no seats. We had the 2 rows of seats, and then just the back area. So you get back in the back area, but it was great on road trips because we would lay like my mom would do like an air mattress, and we'd get blankets, and we get all snug, and we'd sleep in the back. If my dad would have had a wreck going to Disney in 1976, kids would have been ejected like, pew! There were no pew, pew. There would have been a Rickman going north, south, east, and west. We're pew, pew, pew.
I'm thinking like somebody dropping Mentos in a Coke right now, just everywhere.
And my dad would have been the only one to survive it, holding the steering wheel going, what the hell? But
Hey man, my family, I've never even been to Disney at the age of 32. So
well, there's no need. I
stop,
mean, your
stop
parents.
rubbing in your childhood wealth.
Oh, please. Your wealth. You flew over Disney on your way to Morocco, bitch. Hi, I'm Brett Barney. Where will you be this summer? Morocco. Why? My dad likes the racing. Oh, well. Nice.
Hey, nothing wrong with my dad liked the ponies and the yacht, the sailboats.
And the road racing. He liked the road racing in Morocco. It's excellent, I hear. But that's all right. You know what? Why hit things in the States when you can fly to another country? I say. I don't blame you. I'd skip Disney too. What's better? You kids want to go to Disney or you want to go to Australia? Yeah, we're going to down under, mommy. Down
You want to
under.
hang out with kangaroos, or you want to go and eat Dunkaroos?
Dunkaroo.
I don't know. I probably would have taken Dunkaroos.
Yeah, I guess.
It was like,
what the hell?
my dad asked us when we were kids. He said, "You got two options right now. You're sitting at the car dealership and get a minivan, or I can get a Corvette. Which one do you guys want?" Minivan. Minivan. Yeah, we had a minivan forever. It was awesome though. It was my brother's first car. I never had to deal with that.
See, I never had to deal with it. My middle brother bought a minivan, and he goes, "Shut up." I'm like, dude. But then he's like romancing it, captain chairs, and they did this and they did that, and his kids, and I'm like, whatever. I mean, there's a moment to where that is a cool vehicle with kids, especially if you have more than two, the three. But then if you've got two, stay with an SUV. Man, that's what I'm doing. That's why I only had two. I stopped because I didn't want to deal with a third. I'm like, where am I going to put them? I'm going to change my vehicle.
Dude,
Not going to do it.
man, 4 captain's chairs in a third row. Baller.
Baller. Cameras dropping down. Every kid's got on a headset. Like,
Okay, this was well before that. We had the TV that you bought at Target put in on the floor between the front 2 captain's chairs with the cigarette lighter connect. And we could only watch one VHS at a time, which was pretty much Billy Madison on repeat. If you could ever guess that.
that's great.
I
You
mean,
get
I can
that
do that
TV.
whole movie front to start to end. I can do the whole movie
That's hilarious.
verbatim.
Now we ought to do a show. Just call it trash. I don't want to say white trash because then it sounds bad. But we should just talk about like our worst moments, like, you know, where you just knew you were, or you just knew you just didn't have it. I mean, I could do that all day long. And we're close to finishing here, but I will tell you, there's nothing like dented cans in your cabinet with no labels. It's a surprise that's dented. Why? Because it costs 11 cents.
Eggs for dinner every night.
Oh no, you'd open up and every once in a while, man, it'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I was going to talk about being able spaghettios and meatballs. A couple of times it was just spaghettios. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to be a prude, but I need the meatballs. I can't just eat the O's. I can't.
I found out tonight at dinner that I guess we used to eat spaghettios and franks. So, I mean, a little high end, but
Oh
with
yeah.
cottage cheese in the middle.
Ooh,
I don't know what
wow.
that tastes like because I don't recall ever eating this, but apparently I
Mm.
loved it.
Well, yeah. It's your trashy side. I think your stomach's trashier than you are, but that's okay. It can handle it. I had a
Um,
lot of. I had devil's ham, a lot of spam, a lot of bologna, uh, a lot of cereals you've never heard of, like Captain Kidd's, Kaboom, the knockoff cereals. It's like flakes because there is no frost or lightly frosted flakes, and it
dude,
wasn't a lion. It wasn't a lion. It for some reason was a kangaroo.
this is what we need. If you have eaten anything like this that you remember as a kid and you look back and you're like, why did we eat this? Because for sure, like definitely grew up middle class, went to private school my whole life, but there were 100% times in my life where, and now I've learned this later, it wasn't probably as good as I thought it was. And I mean, you grow and you learn from it. Like I've been told, like, did you not ever realize that we ate eggs every night for dinner? Who cares? You go through it. The whole family's doing it, so you don't even think twice.
Mm.
But if you can tweet us in anything at the Yakimon Show on Twitter, you can hit us up on Instagram. Let us know maybe some of the meals that you guys had.
The worst meal gets a yeah, come on hat.
Ooh, but it has to be real. I
Yeah, don't
better
make this
if
crap
I
up.
yeah, if you tell me some like I don't know why turd sandwich and knuckle sandwich came to my head, but yeah, we're gonna skip through that. Yeah, we might mention it because I think it's funny because I have the common or brain sense of a 5-year-old. Can't even freaking make up words right now after one whole
I did
Miller
make a
Lite.
guy. What would you do for $1,000 at American Pie? I did make a dude eat a pube sandwich. If he calls up, that's real. If he calls or sends anything to us on Twitter or on our Instagram, that's real. So we just want people to send us your worst meal ever, right? Because you were poor.
Yeah, yeah. I
Not
mean,
not because you ate at a bad restaurant and got back in your Maserati. No, I want poor. I want to know that you rode
you
around in a station wagon.
you ate it, but you didn't know any better.
Yeah, you were innocent to how poor you were, and your parents cried at night because of what they made you eat during the day. There you go. That's what I want. All right. So how do they reach us again?
You can hit us up on the Yakimon Show or at the Yakimon Show. God, dude, I cannot get my brain together. I'm sorry. At the Yakimon Show on Twitter or Instagram. You can also email us, the Yakimon or Yakimon Show at gmail.com. I wish I had the phone number in front of me, which might take me a minute to go
You
find
don't have
because
to. I'm
I'm a
just showing you.
bum.
Here's how you spell yeah, come on. YEAHCMON. That's how it's trademarked. That's how you say it. You don't write yeah and then the word come, COME, on. Don't do that. I hate that. It scratches my soul. Please, Lord.
Or you can text us 678-693-2269. Again, 678-693-2269. Or you can also leave us a voicemail that we will play on the show. And you know what? You may have a better chance of winning if you leave some audio.
I'd like some audio. Audio is probably going to win, but I will send you out a Yeah Come On hat available at yeahcomeon.com. If you say it, wear it. That's all I can say. Sales have been good this week, actually. There's a lot of people going to be wearing some Yeah Come On stuff. I'm selling a lot of shirts. Do what you do when you do it shirts.
Hey, man,
Just
summer's
do what
here.
you do when you do it. Summer's here. People want to wear a T-shirt, especially a high-end T-shirt that cost me $11 cost. So, yeah, I got to make some money. Kids got to go to school. Bloody kids got to go to school.
If not, you at least got to have enough money to hire another maid.
I might need two. Somebody's got three. I need three. I've already got two. I need somebody to clean that blood ring. So what? You bought a hat. All right. It helped. Thank you. It is the Yeah Come On Show, brought to you by Circle 285. This is where you need to go. It's helping Brett right now. He's driving a Beamer. Circle285.com. Just get a quote, compare it to your insurance, see what they can do for you. My brother-in-law switched. My father-in-law switched. One of my brothers switched. I switched. My wife switched, of course. Brett switched. So give it a shot. It's no joke. And then, of course, actionfinancial.com with Ted Jenkin for your financial needs. And lastly, Ridgeline Counseling, the guy that keeps us all together, probably one of the more brilliant minds I've ever met, David Markwell. Thank you. Brett, to you, a good night. Don't wreck your rental car. That's all I can say.
Why would
Don't
you
wreck your
say that?
Don't wreck your rental car.
This is the dark dust ball.
It is. It's going to get you. Brown cloud, bitch. Brown cloud.
Code Brown.
Code brown. Yeah, come on.